It is never too soon to start talking about UFC 200. We know that Conor McGregor will be facing Nate Diaz right now at 170 pounds. Obviously, Jose Aldo not too happy with this. He wanted McGregor to come back down. He wanted a title fight. How is the Brazilian feeling right now about being passed over yet again?
Well, it's like you said, of course he's not happy about it, but his response to me, as we were talking about this earlier, was, what else am I really supposed to do? I mean, the only other option that he could have had was to sit out and basically wait for Conor McGregor to come back. This is a way to basically guarantee that Jose Aldo is going to fight Conor McGregor next. And for Frankie Edgar, it represents the same thing. You've got an interim title attached to it, so neither one of them really want that interim title. That's not what this is about, but it's about forcing Conor McGregor into a fight with them. And if McGregor comes back to 145, of course he has to face the interim champion, so Jose Aldo is thinking that's going to be him by July 10th.
This is a rematch, Brett. I'm sure you've gone back and watched it several times. What will be different this time around, in your opinion, when Aldo and McGregor step in the Aldo and Edgar step in the octagon?
Well, I think just like the first one, it's a pretty close fight. It's one of the closest fights that there is at 145 pounds for Aldo. For so long we saw Aldo just run through that 145-pound division, but with Frankie Edgar, he had to make some adjustments, and that was one of his closer title defenses. So I see it being the same way here. I think the big questions are, how does Aldo look after he was knocked out in December? That was the first loss he's ever had in his UFC career. Is he still as confident? He's always a guy who has relied a lot on athleticism. Frankie Edgar is a very technically skilled fighter, so if Aldo starts to slow down at all a little bit, I think that will show up. Edgar is the right guy to exploit that if that is the case.
Well, Aldo not short of confidence. He described McGregor's knockout punch that finished him off in about 13 seconds as being hit with a meteorite. That's how rare it was. It won't happen again. We'll see Aldo and Edgar at UFC 200, McGregor and Diaz at UFC 200, and this weekend the big boys in Croatia. Enjoy.